down here at the Swamp on Tom Petty Day.
Okay, once again, your score 42-21. We begin the fourth quarter.
Granddaughter Everly, sister-in-law Beth, for the late rock and roll legend being honored as the family makes their way off the field here. Start of the fourth quarter. Florida trailing LSU by 21 at home.
Pass play coming up. And looks like Richardson will try to go to. And Richardson will get the first down and some more yards. He's still going.
Anthony Richardson, Superman in. And he says, I won't back down. Absolutely spectacular 81-yard touchdown run.
That's something LSU's going to have to stop giving up. Is an 81-yard touchdown. Okay, that ended up in 2 plays, 75 yards, a minute 21 off the clock. So the extra point coming up in just a few seconds.
Not the first time he's gone for an 80-yarder.
Kick up and a good.
All those explosive long-distance efforts over the last year and change. With a big burst and giving Florida some hope.
So 42-28 is your score. This has been a shootout game all throughout the fourth quarter. So your score is 42-28. We'll see what other game we can look at.
That can truly move you in the 2022 Grand Wagoneer, awarded Best Driver Appeal by J.D. Power. Well-qualified lessees can lease the 2022 Wagoneer Series 1.
Let's go to Clemson and Florida State, see if we have a feed on them. So Clemson and Florida State, the score is, we're trying to see what the score is. So Clemson scores on a touchdown. Okay, 31-14, Clemson on top. Kickoff is going to be deep. And that's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So first and 10. Ball spot at the 25 for Florida State. So we'll see what's happening in the South Alabama game. If we can send it up, send the connection up.
If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Families affected by disasters urgently need support. Help the American Red Cross provide help and hope to those affected by disasters, big and small. Please donate to Red Cross Disaster Relief.
We were told super young that you have to be tough, you have to be macho. You feel like you're not able to open up and be vulnerable with your feelings. Not feeling too macho to tell someone when you're feeling down.
I have a twin sister who, when I'm sad, I call her and talk to her. We normally have the same feelings.
Kicking the stigma means talking about it.
It's something that a lot of people go through.
It's okay to feel not okay.
Kicking the stigma.
Okay, South Alabama and ULM.
Spreading the wealth around. First time
in South Alabama program history that have 3 receivers reach the century mark here.
And all 3 of those are career highs. So, look, we knew that they were vulnerable in the secondary. Right? We knew the Warhawks, that was the weakness of the defense. Major Applewhite talked about their inexperience there, but you got to take advantage of the matchups. And
okay, ULM will take the pitch, and it's going to be a touchdown for ULM. So touchdown ULM. So it's 40-20, extra point pending. So we'll go back over to the LSU and Florida game, the conclusion of that one. So we'll go back to LSU. So we're waiting on the connection to load. Okay, 42-28 is the score. We're back live. LSU and Florida. So LSU on offense, shotgun formation for Jaden Daniels. He drops back. He'll throw the deep pass. Good for first down.
Man, oh man. Climbing up, high pointing, securing it, and 29 yards. Trying to go a little out and up, but is well covered by Helm. But Brian Thomas just times his jump perfectly, high points it on the 50-50 ball. What an acrobatic catch. And another nice throw by Daniels.
The ruling on the field was a completed catch. The previous play is under further review.
We have had some spectacular individual efforts in this game.
Yes, we have.
Some incredible athletic moments. And Brian Thomas just provided one, Greg.
And they're going to take a look. Of course, did he secure it? And did he land in bounds? That's what they're looking at right now after the massive play.
So 42-28 is your score. We'll come back.
One day you might realize going to grandma's doesn't count as vacation. When you decide to go to that amusement, no. When you decide to go to Hawaii, aloha. Turns out you're beach people.
I think we're beach people.
Whoa, slow down, boys. We know you love it. And did you know they like soup?
Let's go to Notre Dame and Stanford. So we'll wait for the feed to load. We're loading it up. Okay, Notre Dame down 13-0. And this one, we're waiting for the connection. And the pass is going to be caught for the first down. So first down and 10. Irish.
Again, it starts with this offensive line. A clean pocket for Drew Pine to throw in. They put the safety on Mayer. Pine is out in front. Mayer runs out of the break. Another good hands catch by the big tight end.
Pickup of 12 there for Mayer. Only his third catch of this game so far.
Okay, shotgun formation. One back in the backfield. They'll hand the ball away. And that's Logan Diggs on the carry.
First down for a pickup of 7.
So 7 on a pickup right there.
What Notre Dame offensive coordinator Tommy Rees has done. When you don't have rhythm, try something different. They've been using this tempo offense. They have the big run on first down. They get back on the ball. They have another big play in the passing game. Get back on the ball. Try to put some pressure on the Stanford defense.
Okay, 2nd and 4. He will throw. Downfield is going to be incomplete. So we'll go back to the LSU game in progress. So I'm going to switch it back over to ESPN for LSU.
Merriweather's in the slot here. He's just going to run an inside fade.
Oh, that is embarrassing.
So switched it back over.
ESPN College Football Primetime is presented by Subway. Try the all-new Subway Series menu. Your pick of 12 irresistible subs.
So many great moments through the years of this rivalry. We've had some thrills tonight with LSU in Florida. And the play moments ago, Brett now overturned, no catch.
Yeah, Brian, honest, as he goes up and watch the nose of the football as he turns over. Right there, nose of the football, and the ball moves as he makes contact with the ground. They decided that he did not have firm control as he went to the ground. So I think it's the proper call. Still, doesn't take away from the effort. Just an incredible effort there down the left sideline.
So wipes out the 29-yard reception, 2nd and 10 from the 38. Brian Kelly's not happy at all. Should be thrilled with the effort of his quarterback tonight, though. Jaden Daniels, 3 passing touchdowns, 3 rushing touchdowns.
Okay, Jaden Daniels, empty backfield. He will drop back throws. That's going to be caught. Taylor on the catch.
As you can see, second LSU player with 6 touchdowns in the game. Joe Burrow did that 5 times.
That record-setting 2019 season. 5,600 yards, 60 touchdowns that year for the Heisman Trophy winner. 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Yeah, looks like you're going to get some one-on-ones here. Work a little pitch.
Okay, shotgun formation. 1 back going in motion. And it's going to be incomplete.
The back hip of Keishawn Boothie.
And this is a hot route right here. They bring pressure off the edge. And he has to get rid of the ball very, very quickly. It looks like he hits Booty in a spot where Booty's got to make that catch. It's not a terrible throw. It's not a great throw by any stretch. But understand how quickly that ball's got to get out of Jaden Daniels' hands. That's one that Booty's got to make for him.
Let's introduce you to Jay Bramblett. Who is he? The guy who hasn't punted tonight. Finally, 13 minutes left in the game. A punt from LSU.
That's going to be a 3-and-out. It's going to be a punt.
Henderson, fair catch at the 14-yard line. So the defense did their job. The midst of this schedule here in the SEC that has to be conquered for LSU.
Flag coming in.
45-yard line.
Illegal formation. More than 4 in the backfield. That 5-yard penalty being forced from the end of the kick. First down.
I had a good visit with Brian Polian the other day about all the issues they've had on special teams, and he is a veteran, a former head coach, veteran special teams coordinator, but they just can't shake it this season. He says, I don't run from it. This too shall pass. It didn't pass earlier tonight with a muff punt.
It looks like, as you can see, looks like Jack Mesh, you can see him right there. It sounds like he's injured there, and we didn't know that. He's, of course, in street clothes.
They're going to punt again.
Find out more on that. And they decided instead, after the nice punt by Bramblett, to actually take the penalty prior to the kick. See if they'll kick it again. I don't blame them, because LSU's punt coverage unit has been sketchy at times, especially last week against Tennessee.
Gave up a 58-yard punt return against Tennessee. So will Henderson
punt's going to be deep.
Return here.
And
directional punt.
That's going to be out of bounds.
Outside the numbers, right on the white paint. Difficult road to take.
As you can see, we are in the season, and this is a brutal stretch for LSU. What a difficult. Oh, and you have Ole Miss next week. Week off, then you get Bama. Doesn't get much easier. Arkansas, nice win today. You get them for the Battle of the Boot there on the 12th, and then, of course, you finish up with Texas A&M. I mean, it just never lets up on LSU's schedule. I think it's one of the toughest in the country. And, man, they are in the gauntlet right now, that's for sure.
So Florida gets it back. Trailing by 14. Richardson had the 81-yard spectacular touchdown.
Run play, pass play coming up. And that's going to be caught.
Lead to Henderson. Is their life here with Florida? Seems like they found a little something.
Man, what a catch. I mean, that ball's low. I mean, right off the top of his shoelaces. Just a great catch there by Henderson. Pretty well covered, too, by LSU. Wasn't really a whole lot there. That was a tighter window than you'd like to see on a bootleg.
12-yard reception from Xavier Henderson.
Okay, shotgun formation. One back in the backfield. One going in motion.
They go with a little tap pass.
So nice little run.
Well blocked out in front. And he goes for 11 yards there. That stops the clock. First down, Florida. Matt House and that defensive staff from near side of the booth.
This is a spot, if you're Anthony Richardson, you just got to take the game over. I mean, he did a great job on the last drive. Obviously having that huge touchdown run, but now we got to continue to make unbelievable plays. The coverage has been good too, so you got to be very accurate when throwing the football.
He's done it before. Remember all the drama against Utah? They were number 7 in the country week 1.
Pass play. And that's going to be caught.
And he goes for 8 yards. So
8 on the carry.
And Baskerville with the tackle. And Florida's moving the ball now.
They're going to give Henderson a much-needed rest after 3 straight plays in which they called his number. In comes Ricky Pearsall. We're going to go with 12 personnel, 2 tight ends on the field here. So this, normally for Florida, this personnel grouping is a heavy run grouping. Should likely be a run play, knowing who's on the field for the Gators.
It'll be a run play.
They do, and they only get a yard with
yard on the carry.
As Wingo made the tackle. Coming up on under 11 minutes to play. Jaden Daniels has given LSU a 2-touchdown lead. But then Anthony Richardson sparked things to start this fourth quarter with a masterful 81-yard touchdown run that you will see run on every highlight time and again. And now after the defensive stop, here a 3rd and 1 for the Gators.
3rd and 1 for the Gators. They'll try to run the and they will get the first down.
Even more.
Nice job there by the left side of the offensive line. Well blocked. And Johnson had plenty of space out to the left-hand side. You see him just kind of chase Ojulari and Mekhi Wingo out as they kind of looped around. There was nobody on the inside. It's well done up front. Be alert here if you're LSU. This is where Florida wants to go heavy play action and throw it over your head. So be very, very smart if you're in the back end for the Bayou Bengals.
There's the play action.
Play action.
Here's Richardson with time.
And he'll throw it, but it's going to be out of bounds.
Chuck it away as Ojulari was closing in.
LSU was listening.
They were.
They tried to take a shot and hit Justin Shorter, but I want you to see how many LSU defenders are running with the deep post. Remember, second offensive play of the game. They threw a touchdown on this almost exact same play. This time they were not fooled. As you can see, look at all those guys back deep, accounting for the guy that got behind him earlier in the game. Just a nice adjustment there by the LSU defense.
Shotgun formation.
Second down.
He'll throw the
Henderson again. He's been getting
nice little screen pass. And it's be out of bounds.
And there's the late flag.
That's a late flag coming in.
So they're going to add to it. And Florida's going to be in good shape here. As Henderson goes for 10 yards. That was Jay Ward at the end of the play.
Personal foul. Late hit out of bounds on the defense, number 5. And a penalty being forced. 15 yards. First down.
That's 2 now on Ward. He had the hit earlier on Richardson. This time, I think he just loses track of where he's at on the field. That's pretty far out of bounds. I'm not sure he's thinking. That's just a lack of composure.
Watch Billy Napier in the background there. Head coach says, hold on a second, man. What are we doing over here? Let's get that flag out. So now for Florida, as they march down the field, 8 different receivers have caught a pass. This is the trap.
Okay, shotgun formation, one back going in motion. They will run.
ETN.
It's NTN, and he will not get much.
With the tackle.
And LSU's done a really nice job all night containing Trevor Etienne, who is one of our impact players. Obviously, just such a dynamic weapon there at running back. But LSU, every time he's touched the football, they have converged on him. And he's such a good back when it comes to that initial jump cut and then a quick acceleration. Just never really had much of an opportunity to get much going. He's been going laterally most of the night. That's a tribute and testament to how much of a priority he was in the plan defensively.
Okay, shotgun formation. One back in the backfield, one going in motion. To your left. Richardson will throw, and it's going to be caught.
And to the 9-yard line is Justin Shorter. Clock under 8.5. Florida showing some fight.
Richardson took a big hit at the end of that last play, kind of limping a little bit as he kind of got hit down around that left leg again. As you see him grimacing too. Something to watch there. That left leg might not be 100% after the hit he took right there.
LaShonda Clear, his mother, moving on, anxiously awaiting the results of this long drive. Play number 10. Gotta have it under 8 minutes to go.
Run play coming up. They'll try to get in.
Trying to get towards that goal line was ETN, but it'll be 1st and goal. And they will quickly get to the line. ETN flanking Richardson.
He'll try to run it, and he does. Touchdown.
And all of a sudden you look up at that scoreboard, and things are a whole lot different since Tom Petty cranked it out. They have not backed down. They have fought. So we got an undisputed lightweight championship fight coming up from Australia at the conclusion of this. And Florida, man, they still got a puncher's chance, don't they, Greg?
Yeah, they do. Excellent start to the 4th quarter for the Florida Gators. Big play by their quarterback, get him going. Great sequence by their defense, and then an outstanding lengthy drive. Both running it and throwing it there to punch it in to cut it to an 8-point game.
Point after is up, and it is good.
14 unanswered points by Florida. They went 11 plays, 80 yards in over 5 minutes. And all of a sudden, that big lead is just 7 points. Trevor Etienne, the true freshman from Little Jennings, Louisiana, doing that against the Tigers.
I'm the captain of the Pee Wee football team. We may be small, but we are annoying. And you are so tired from playing defense against us that your focus is about to ride the bench. Go. Thanks, Mom. Bye. Come on. And if you have cut rate car insurance, then not even a Hail Mary will save you from paying for this. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me. Awesome.
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach! Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
I may be close to retirement, but I'm as busy as ever. Careful now.
Thanks.
You got it. And thanks to Voya, I'm confident about my future.
Oh, Dad, the twins are now...
Vegan. I know. I got him some of those plant burgers.
Nice.
Yeah. Voya provides guidance for the right investments and helps me be prepared for unexpected events. They make me feel like I've got it all under control. Because I do.
Okay, that was awesome. Voya, be confident to and through retirement.
Get the new iPhone 14 Pro on us. Right now, T-Mobile is including Apple Business Essentials, so you can easily manage your team's devices. On the network with more 5G coverage.
I think I'm not going to do the post-game show. I'm probably going to go to
Hi, I'm Capri, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe is the chicken. You can tell they actually put it on the grill, cooked it in the sauce, marinated it. You're definitely getting a good grilled spicy sandwich.
I think we're all set. I'll turn the drive. Here you go again.
See, Coach? It's all to the wrist.
He took our pancake.
He sure did. Wow. He really does catch everything.
This is El Clasico.
ESPN College Football Primetime presented by Subway. And Florida come all the way back. They began this fourth quarter down 42-21. They've had one of the plays of the year to start the fourth quarter, the 81-yard touchdown. And moments ago, Etienne with the touchdown. And coming up in moments, a great, undisputed world title fight live from Australia. On the right, you see Devin Haney, the great American who has all four belts at 135 pounds. He is a dynamic, premier young athlete. On the left, you see the spirited, brawling George Kambosos. This is the rematch. Haney went to Australia, took all the belts. Now he's got to go back to defend them against Kambosos. Haney-Kambosos live from Melbourne, Australia. Top-ranked boxing on ESPN following this thriller at the Swamp.
Okay, shotgun formation. One back in the backfield, one going in motion. Pass play to Neighbors, and that is going to be a catch. And gets it close to the first down marker, about 9 on the carry.
81-yard TD, getting off the field on third down and watching the offense cut it to 7. This once deflated and defeated defense has been revived. They've got that pep back in their step. Ventrell Miller told his guys, it's time to go do our part now.
Boy, Malik Neighbors was in a lot of pain at the end of that play, Greg.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he really got landed on really hard at the end of this. Big Gervon Dexter and Trey Dean as he's going to the ground. I mean, watch just how hard they kind of go on top of him right there. Maybe he lands on the football or kind of gets his arm tucked underneath there. But either way, not a guy they want to be without. He's an explosive playmaker and will complement the rest of these wide receivers.
Katie made the point about the defense. Can they deliver again?
Run play coming up.
Williams is going to move the Chiefs.
And they will get the first down.
7 minutes to play.
It's in this particular spot offensively. Your quarterback's been phenomenal tonight for your LSU. Just terrific, very accurate. But this situation in the game does not call for his brilliance. This calls for the offensive line, and it's a challenge to the run game. You have to put a drive together. Your defense is on their heels. They've given up 14 fourth-quarter points. Now as an offense, you have to secure control of this game and take the life out of the stands with a potent rushing attack.
Try to do that with Williams. He can't find much there. Maybe just a yard as Gervon.
Just about a yard on that carry.
Goes with Bernie there to make the tackle. An offensive line that's without their starting left guard, Garrett Dellinger, who's out with a second-degree MCL. And Will Campbell, the left tackle, the true freshman, who was hospitalized last week with dehydration. He's back, but Dellinger's out. 2nd and 9.
If you throw it, if you're LSU, you got to think high percentage as well. But right now, I mean, this look defensively for Florida, I mean, it's begging LSU to throw the football versus one-on-one coverage.
Malik Neighbors is their go-to guys in the medical tent right now.
Pass play coming up. Intercepted.
Florida's in business here with Jason Marshall getting the pick. How about this? Florida football with 5:47 to play, trailing by a touchdown. A flag is down all the way back at the 28-yard line.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Number 9 on the defense. Previous spot.
So it's going to be an automatic first down for the Tigers.
Wow. You see Dexter right over the middle. It does feel like that collision happens. But is it late? Let's look at it from this point. Yeah, he's high, and you can see he lands on him with all of his body weight. Man, that's unfortunate because there's really nothing that Dexter can do. It's an unbelievable play there defensively by the Florida Gators. But it's a lot like what's going on in the NFL last week. People up in arms with how things have gone down as far as roughing the passer is concerned. Right there, similar circumstance. Just an unfortunate play there for Dexter.
Okay, shotgun there. We'll run the ball, and it's going to be get the first down.
Tomorrow on Sunday NFL Countdown, they are going to have the foremost expert executive on the NFL to continue that conversation as what's going on with roughing the passer, a point of controversy in the NFL. Let's bring in Matt Austin, our rules expert. What say you, Matt?
Yeah, I actually like the call because anytime you put your full body weight on the quarterback without making any effort to get to the side at all and mitigate some of the pressure on him, I think it's a foul. So I think that's a great call.
I don't think it's the wrong call, Matt. It's just obviously a huge point of emphasis and a very hot topic of debate right now in the world of football at all levels.
What a different game we would have right now. Florida interception wiped out.
One play, and that is
continuing to grind
not much on that carry.
Continues to count down on Billy Napier and the Gators' hopes.
A lot of things. LSU just continues to try to lean on this defense. And I also think, too, a quarterback run, maybe a quarterback sweep or a zone read where Jaden Daniels is reading the end man on the line of scrimmage. You could potentially get out to the edge very, very quickly. So that would be something I'd be considering right now if I'm Mike Denbrock, the OC.
2nd and 8, he's going to pass. He's going to waft it downfield to the end zone.
Almost.
And Neighbors back out there was the intended target. So they'll bring up a 3rd down, and the clock stops. 4:08 to play. This is a big one coming up here at the Swamp, and it is going to get loud.
And then another big decision, too, for Brian Kelly. Is this 4-down territory? Based on how he's treated the last couple weeks, it might be. And knowing the uncertainty surrounding their kicking position as well. The possible 4-down territory here for LSU.
They didn't connect on their last drive on 3rd down.
Okay,
how will this play out? Looked like he was signaling for a timeout. And that is what will happen as they will talk it over. It's amazing the swings that this sport offers, isn't it, Greg? You sit there and you watch what LSU was able to do in the 3rd quarter, and Daniels was running all over the place, and they get up 42-21. We're sitting back, one of the great new traditions in all of college football. There's Tom Petty. I won't back down.
Right.
And we say, will they back down? Anthony Richardson comes out those 81 yards, and all of a sudden we got a ball game.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, just an amazing flip here in the 4th quarter. I mean, you look at LSU, they could do no wrong. Offensively, defensively, they were cooking. They're all the way through the first 45 minutes of the game, and then things flipped as soon as Tom Petty, they ramped up the jukebox a little bit. But I'm telling you, this is a massive, massive sequence right here for LSU, because now you have to make a decision on your 3rd down call. All right, do we try to make the field goal more manageable? Do we set ourselves up to go for it on 4th down? This is a massive call here for Mike Denbrock, probably the biggest call of the game.
Okay, shotgun formation. One back in the backfield, one going in motion. He'll drop back. He'll throw. Caught. But it's incomplete.
So here comes that 4th down. Or will they bring the field goal unit out there? They're keeping the offense on the field. 4th down and 1.
4 tight ends in the ball game, too, for LSU.
Josh Williams will be the running back.
Expect just downhill, A-gap to A-gap power.
Let's see if they'll get it on 4th and 1.
Game on the line, Williams.
Williams!
He's got it. 30
First down.
Brian Kelly didn't flinch. Two for two on fourth downs tonight.
Just an excellent job there. Really was no one there. Kind of got washed down inside as the left side of that offensive line kind of leaned heavily with their double teams on the Florida Gator front. And Williams doing a really nice job of just going straight vertical and picking up the first down.
Good credit to Will Campbell, a true freshman who was in the hospital last weekend and out there playing hard tonight.
They will hand the ball off. Emery's trying to bounce off tackles.
As he gets to the 20-yard line. 2 timeouts remain for Florida.
And at this point, if you're a defense, you have to rip at the ball as much as humanly possible. I mean, it's really the only way you can win this game is by forcing a fumble or by capitalizing on a massive LSU mistake. Gotta jar the ball loose, and if you're LSU, don't fight for the extra yardage. They're not worth it. Just protect the football at all costs.
Gonna bleed every second off that play.
They're gonna run the ball.
Keep it themselves as they're unable to even get a tug on that ball. As he brings it down to the 16-yard line.
Red zone opportunity for LSU.
Indeed, that is the case. They'll take that break with them.
Okay, we'll stay here. LSU leading 42-35. 3rd and 1 coming up.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, it all starts with members like you. Because we were founded as a not-for-profit with a mission dedicated to your well-being, with everyday banking tools and loans, all backed by 24/7 support, the kind of support that comes from being a proud partner within your community. Because when you're a member, it all starts and ends with you. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
So?
The new iPhone 14 Pro. It's amazing.
Yep, the camera is incredible. And you'll get our best deal.
Nice, but everyone should get it.
Everyone can get it.
Every new customer.
And every existing customer.
Every iPhone.
Every iPhone.
Every iPhone.
Every iPhone.
Okay, my work here is done. Everyone gets the best deal on every iPhone.
Best one yet.
Everyone gets AT&T's best deals on every iPhone, including up to $800 off iPhone 14 Pro.
Are you coming for my job?
On an angsty Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Wow. Dr. Pepper, 0 sugar?
Yeah. Stole from my parents.
Oh, you think you took quarter drink regular Dr. Pepper?
Derek.
I bet you think it tastes good, huh?
Yeah.
I'll be the judge of that.
Bully.
It's delicious. I told you. What's wrong about you, bro? It's okay. I think I was projecting my insecurities on your soda.
Derek, you're oversharing.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve. This season, Sling has the channel lineup to channel your college football. So you can catch the Hail Marys, witness every miracle, see the big games and the bowl games for less. Channel your football with Sling TV.
It takes a fight to be a full-time fan. There'll be early change. And late shifts. Good days. And bad ones. But you'll never quit because you're in this together. It won't always be easy, but when you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Modelo, brewed for full-time fans. Brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
So Wendy's Biggie Bag is all this food for just $5, and we're not calling it the Reggie Bag?
Oh, no.
What if it's the Reggie Bush?
Definitely not.
The Biggie number 5 Bush?
No way.
Reggie Bush number 5 bag.
Oh, no.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag.
People remember ads with young people having a good time. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's a pool party.
Good times insurance.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Trick or treat! Kit Kat! Reese's! Great costume. Looks like you deserve both. See ya, boys.
2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining, and then we will get you to the Undisputed World Title fight live from Australia. But right now, LSU trying to put this away, Greg.
Obviously, right here, 1 timeout remaining for Florida, so a first down doesn't essentially end it, but for all intents and purposes, it does. Absolute gotta-have-it situation, but like we said...
3rd down and 2.
Tug at that football if you're the Florida
Shotgun formation. One tight end going in motion.
Daniel's going to keep it himself as Williams the lead blocker, and the flag came down. Whistles were blown pre-snap.
So it's probably going to be a pre-snap penalty.
There was some movement on the front for Florida, which led to LSU jumping offside. So this could be a first down by way of an offsides.
It was 3rd and 2.
Before the snap, false start. Offense, number 85. 5-yard penalty. It is 3rd down.
So just a glimmer of hope for Florida.
And you see on the left side, I mean, it looked to me like Florida kind of moved early.
What?
Oh, no, 85 definitely moved a little quick.
That's Stores.
That is Stores. The Hammer, as Mike Denbrock referred to him, as a physical tight end at the other line of scrimmage. Good call by the official.
3rd and 7.
Shotgun formation. He'll drop back.
Sloppy up front as well. That was very sloppy as there was movement.
So more movement.
Before the snap, false start. Offense.
So it's going to be a net of 5 yards. They're going to cost them 5 again.
The freshman Emory Jones, the right tackle.
That's a killer, too. I mean,
going to cost them 5 again.
Challenges that LSU's had in field goal range as well. So if I'm Jaden Daniels and if I'm thinking about this play, obviously keeping the clock rolling, forcing Florida to burn a timeout is huge. But taking a sack, not an option. If you get dropped back and nothing's there, you run as fast as you can vertically and see if you can't pick up whatever you can.
They were moments away from putting this thing away with a first down. Instead, they backed up to a 3rd and 12. Daniels.
So Jaden Daniels will go down.
For a loss, and he's going to be wrapped up by Javon Dexter, who, remember, had the roughing the passer that wiped out the would-have-been interception with over 5 minutes to play.
He made up for it right there on a critical 3rd and long, but here's that controversial roughing the passer. It's the correct call. No denying that it's the correct call. Anytime you land with the full body weight of the defender on the quarterback, it's going to get called. It's the correct call by the official. But definitely one that is definitely a little bit unlucky for the Florida Gators for sure.
So now, because of the back-to-back penalties and then the tackle for loss, it's a 4th and 14. And they are going to send out Damian Ramos for the field goal attempt.
So field goal coming up here. Damian Ramos, 60%.
From Ramos, got a run of 36 on the year.
So it's a 46-yard attempt. Snap, place, kick, up, and good.
And a big fist pump from Brian Kelly. They got a little tight there. And then officially a 47-yarder from Ramos is good.
Wow, what a clutch kick.
It was.
From Ramos. I mean, goodness gracious. And a horrendous sequence from LSU to take it from 3rd and 2 to 4th and 14 to 2 pre-snap penalties. And next thing you know, what was once a very manageable field goal becomes a very difficult field goal. But without a doubt, I mean, right down the middle by Ramos. Excellent, excellent job. As you can see, Jaden Daniels putting this one on ice.
That was their longest field goal of the year, and Brian Kelly, and I'm sure his special teams coordinator, Brian Polian, said, yes, that's the operation. There is Polian. And he says, well done by Slade Roy, the snapper, and Bramble at the holder, and the operations and the kick from Ramos, because it has been a struggle with special teams, but right there to seal it and go up 10.
Kickoff's going to be deep, and that's going to go. They're going to return it. So it's NTN on the return.
This out past the 25.
So he gets it past the 25 on that carry.
This game comes to an end. Want to give you guys an update on what's going on still in college football. Clemson running away with it against Florida State. Kentucky, Mississippi State, interesting over on SEC Network. And North Carolina, Duke on ACC Network. So when you guys conclude, stick around for boxing or surf around for some more college football.
Looking forward to that undisputed lightweight title fight. Devin Haney is an outstanding young American world champion. He's got 4 belts going up against the feisty George Kambosos. That's coming from Melbourne, Australia.
Are you a boxing guy?
I actually called the first fight down in Melbourne. There were 45,000 fans down there.
Shameless plug.
Aussie football. But, I just couldn't make that trip when I had the chance to stand by you for 4 hours in the swamp.
What a great game we've had, too.
It has been fun. Anthony Richardson has made it that way in the fourth quarter. He had the big run to make it a game again as he just goes to Montrell Johnson. That 81-yard touchdown, was that not absolutely a thing of beauty by Richardson to open up this fourth quarter?
He's electric, man. I mean, it's in there. If he can ever just tighten the screws on some of his accuracy stuff, and it's coming. He's got a nice natural motion. It throws a really pretty ball. It's coming. He's a work in progress for sure as far as being a full, well-rounded...
Checking down to 6.
But, man, he's got some electricity. So does Jaden Daniels with the performance that he's
Calls
had
for the
tonight.
ball. Drops back. Look like the pressure's coming in!
Is that a live ball?
And that is!
LSU jumps on it with Wingo.
And LSU gets the ball back.
In the face of Anthony Richardson, the true freshman dynamic edge rusher comes in. Wingo recovers it.
Tough play.
Turnover of the night, Greg.
Really tough play for a right-handed quarterback. You're rolling out, you're trying to get out in front of it, but you're getting chased from behind. And as you pull that ball out, Perkins is right there. Every week, Perkins does something amazing. I mean, every week. This guy's, I know last week he really wasn't utilized the way that he'll be utilized in the future because of how Tennessee would tempo, and he's really not a guy right now that you want on the end of the line of scrimmage. So in third down, you couldn't really have him out there because if he got a first down, then he got tempo, and you didn't want him to try to hold up against the run at the point of attack. But man, as far as his upside and where he's going as a player, I mean, I am just so excited to watch this young man develop and see what kind of player he becomes in the future.
Ruling on the field, a fumble. Greg, I'd like to have the conversation with you as to what this means to LSU, because listen, when you have a first-year coaching staff and you have a team and a program that went through having only 39 scholarship players in the bowl game last year, there's going to be some rough patches.
Sure.
Is this one of those games where you sit back and you say, okay, breakthrough moment, things are different from this point forward?
It feels like that. I mean, you don't want to be a crazy prisoner of the moment, right? But after last week and just how poorly...
That was clearly a fumble right there.
And to play as well as they did on offense is, I thought, phenomenal. I mean, played just great offensive football from start to finish. So I think that if they can replicate that performance and then clean a few things up defensively, stop giving up big plays, of course, stop turning it over deep in your own end with muffed punts specifically, then they're going to be in a really good spot, man. And they're dangerous down the stretch because they're just going to continue to get better and better and better.
And then there's the Jaden Daniels factor, because if he's going to do what he did tonight, and that's getting these great wide receivers the ball downfield, where Keishawn Butte can have 100-plus yards, where guys like Dre Jenkins can get involved. He has 67 and a touchdown, and Neighbors, of course, and Brian Thomas and his athleticism. That changes what they are. Much more dangerous with the style of play we saw tonight offensively.
Big time. And you're now starting to have a lead back starting to emerge as well with what Josh Williams did to kind of complement what the passing game was already doing. So I think that this offense, like I said, if they can play like this, man, they are a major problem.
So the question is, fumble was the call. Was the hand coming forward that would make it an incomplete pass? To the eye in real time, looked like just the way the officials saw it. Perkins forcing the fumble, Wingo with the recovery. But you go all CSI replay on us here, and anything can happen. But the ruling on the field was a fumble recovered by LSU.
After review, the quarterback's arm was moving forward, the hand was moving forward. Therefore, it's an incomplete pass. Gamecock operator
That's fucking bullshit. That was a fucking fumble. That was a fumble.
So they reverse it. Florida keeps the ball, and it'll be third down. And at 36.
No, they gave it to Florida. That's what they did. They absolutely gave it to Florida.
It'll be third down. They say incomplete pass. That guy's going to be a problem in the SEC for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
Harold Perkins.
Yes, he is. He's going to be a
major problem for people.
It's going to be a big headache. Big headache. Especially here in closeout situations. I mean, with that kind of speed off the edge, when you got offensive linemen that are already fatigued, that's a significant issue. Now, here for Florida, a little interesting situation. You can get a big chunk play and kick a field goal, too.
Shotgun formation, one backbone in motion.
Not totally over just
He'll
yet.
drop back, and he'll have to throw.
3rd and 6. Richardson.
Jaden Richardson will get out of bounds.
Perkins was tracking him.
That's 1st and 10.
29 remaining.
You're LSU. I mean, defensively, just don't let anything over your head. As simple as that. I don't care if you have to stand 25 yards downfield. Just play safe, conservative, and without any timeouts, it's going to be difficult for them to just matriculate their way down the field in a methodical manner.
You can see how deep the safeties are. Jay Ward is basically playing in Orlando right now.
Looks like that's a movement.
Side with Austin Barber.
False start. Offense.
So offensive false start.
First down.
There's going to be so much to take away from this day in college football, Greg.
I think there'll be a few things to talk about.
Just a few. I'm really curious to see where Tennessee lands in the rankings.
Richardson will throw.
Downfield, but that ball was deflected.
Incomplete.
But Baskerville got his hand up. What would you do with Tennessee? Where would you put Tennessee?
I mean, you can make a case right now. I mean, who's got a better resume than Tennessee? I mean, you got to win against Pitt. You got to win against Florida. You got to win against Alabama. I mean, that's a rock-solid resume. Ohio State, they've looked dominant, but they haven't really beaten a super high-quality team just yet. I think Michigan's going to really move up as well. They'll probably stay ahead of Tennessee with how dominant they were against Penn State. And then where do you drop Alabama as well? But, I mean, I'd have Tennessee in the top 3.
Look like you're going to throw it. It's going to be incomplete.
It was a backward pass.
That's it.
Flag is down back at the 24-yard line. That was played like an incompletion, but I think that was a backward pass. You can see the signal of the holding.
Holding on the offense, number 77. The penalties decline. 3rd down.
So 3rd down.
Oh, yeah, definitely looks backwards. So that's technically a live ball right there.
Absolutely it is.
I mean, obviously the holding penalty either way. That was a strange sequence there. As Montreal didn't really do anything with it after he secured. It was a lateral.
So you make the very strong point of Tennessee's got the best resume. Tennessee's got the best win. Tennessee's accomplished the most at this point.
I think Georgia might have the best win.
Georgia's got this spot. It will still be 3rd down.
Georgia's got that win against Oregon that feels like forever ago. Don't get me wrong.
You think that's a superior win over beating Alabama?
I think you could make a case that the fashion with which they won the game.
No, I mean they dominated.
I think Tennessee, huge win, best win of the year, like I said, but maybe not in the dominant fashion. So if you want to have Georgia ahead or Ohio State ahead because of the, quote, game control metric, right? Then I can understand.
Pass play coming up. And they're going to throw it. Incomplete. But a flag coming in.
King of the Hill in that spot. That's a superior win. I don't care how you do it.
Right.
Okay, because 90% of that Oregon game was played.
On the offense, number 76. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Now, I do think that Tennessee will receive first-place votes.
As they should.
And I don't have any problem with that whatsoever. I think Michigan might, too, to be honest with you, with the performance that they had against Penn State. I'm not sold on Penn State personally. But either way, Michigan, I thought, looked dominant today in a lot of ways.
I wonder what time that party in Knoxville is stopping. What do you think? Maybe Tuesday?
Wednesday.
These LSU fans that have made the trip here to Florida are sure going to enjoy their night outside the swamp. Here's your 4th and 20 with Richardson.
Pass play.
Just
Incomplete.
But well over the head of Henderson. And 64 seconds, LSU fans are going to be celebrating a win officially.
Yep.
Haven't added the win to these standings for LSU or the loss for Florida, but there's a look at the SEC.
And, I mean, what a job, too, for LSU. Now 3-1 in the league. Ole Miss, of course, unblemished at the top. LSU and Ole Miss tee it up just 7 days from now. So we'll find out right now between those two, the winner of that game in prime position against Alabama, see who might be going to the SEC championship game. So pretty
looks like they're going to kneel on it.
Certainly had their fair share of ups and downs.
And, yep, they're going to kneel on it.
Right in front of them with all their goals still very much intact.
What?
Good night for Keyshawn. But as for his quarterback, it was special for Jaden Daniels, who went for 349 yards and 3 touchdowns. Didn't throw an interception. And then on the ground, 3 rushing touchdowns. A 6-touchdown night for Jaden Daniels.
So that looks like it's going to be it.
Big difference between 5-2 and 4.
Okay, final score tonight. LSU wins 45-35 is your score. So we're going to end the broadcast. Have a nice evening.